Hello everyone, Meg Loves Games here, and welcome to what I'm calling Spookville number 35, although it's probably more likely to be just considered a renovation. This is a little apartment block that I renovated pretty much to be my dream apartment, I guess. Yeah. I've kind of wanted to do this for a while, and I was thinking about it a lot when I was at home over Easter, and I was thinking, I really don't want a big place, because literally, my room is lovely. My room is a great size. My room at uni, that is. I share with my sister when I'm at home, which is okay, I guess, but could be better. I mean, it's my sister. No offense. If you're watching this, sis, I love you and all that, but, you know. But yeah, I'm content with a small house. It's less maintenance, I guess, than a larger one. And I kind of like the idea of having a studio apartment, so to speak, but this one is kind of split up in a way, because that's just how it kind of ended up. It changes so much. The layout and everything just all changes so much when I do it. But I really, really love the way it turns out, which is good because it's meant to be my dream. Every time I think about my dream house, I think of clutter, loads of walls of bookcases, and loads of space for a study, nice big bed, you know the basic kind of stuff that people expect. So yeah. And this basically is that encapsulated in a Sims house. Now, you're probably thinking right now about that yellow wallpaper and thinking, why is there yellow wallpaper right there? Now, this is a little thing. I'm clicking around because I want to try and see if this picture is on Google, but I saw this picture once of this wall that was made out of a whiteboard, and then there was just this chair. But the wall was bright yellowy green with writing on, so that's where it all came from. I'm gonna find it. Wait. Board. Images. I'm looking for images. Aha, I found it. Oh, the chair's yellow, but I preferred the orange. But yeah, if you search whiteboard paint on Google, you'll find it, like, pretty quickly. And I kind of want that in my house. I kind of want a big area of space where I can just write stuff that I need to remember and stuff like that. I was thinking about putting it behind the desks, but I like what I do with the desks and stuff in the end. And then I stuck the orange chair there because the orange chair's cute. I don't really feel the need for a sofa or a TV in my house of my dreams, really, because I only ever watch stuff on my computer, for a start. And I always have my bed and laptops. So yeah, beds are more comfy than chairs. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I was almost tempted to put a flat screen above the computer area, but I was like, nah, let's not. And those grey walls and the grey paintings, they kind of looked to me a lot like soundproofing, which is why I did it the way I did it. So that's the way that went. This is where I kind of redesigned the layout of the room a bit as well. It turns out really nicely. That whole area blocked off there is my little study. Wall high bookcases on 2 levels because that's the way I want it in my life. I love bookcases. I do love books. I like just looking at loads of books. I would probably have about 3 shelves of, like, comic books and graphic novels in there, and then I would have some, like, a whole set of classics, which is all the same print. I have a bunch of classics, but they're not all the same print, and it annoys me to crap. But there we go. So yeah, that's my stories. Stories with Meg. And then this really long desk, which kind of goes around the corner. I made out of, like, dinner tables, which I thought was quite nice. And then I had a shelf layer above it, which I would clutter more, but I didn't have much clutter. And then the chair is actually the same colour as the chair I'm sitting on right now. It's the bright orange of the bright orange with the other chair, but there we go. And then I've got 2 computers and a laptop sitting there. I've only got 1 in real life, but I would like 2. I'd like 1 for gaming and 1 for rendering, so that I can do both when I need to, which will be fun. But then again, that would only be if I ever had a job as a YouTuber, which I couldn't do full time right now, obviously because of university for one, and because of the fact that my channel is still quite small, and I'm not complaining, don't worry. It would be nice to have 2 computers if I do end up working in like technology, as in like in programming and stuff as well, because then I can separate my games from my programming, because both of them will be quite heavy on the CPU and the GPU and the so yeah. I love how at the start of this apartment there was a coffin room. It made me laugh a little bit. But yeah, I'm just adding more books because I know that I'm going to overfill with books. Oh, that was my Twitter that just made a noise, but you guys won't hear that. My bad. Normally when I'm playing a game and recording, I use a different piece of software which records the computer audio as well as what I'm saying. So that would have normally come up with a nice little noise. But yeah, I was filling that because I know that it would probably get filled up if I was at home. If that was my home, I should say. Because I've always grown up with a load of books. Just tons of books. My bookcase... well, not my bookcase. The bookcase that's downstairs in my family's home is overfull. Like, seriously overfull. We have to find new places for them. My sister's bookcase is overfull. My other sister has 4 bookcases. No, 3. And one of them's kind of like, you know the IKEA one with the cubes and the desk that comes out? That one. And I've got a few squares of that filled with my books. And then her DVDs are kind of in another. But yeah. Another couple of squares, that is. She's got loads of DVDs as well. We all do. We're all just weirdos. And I stuck that rug in because it looked quite pretty. We're already 7 minutes in. Check us out. We're moving on to the bathroom. Bathroom's pretty simple. It's just a standard sink, shower. Might have been nicer to squeeze in a bath, but I didn't really want to. I was like, if I were to live in an apartment, I probably wouldn't have a bathtub. Not even gonna lie. But there we go. Then I move on upstairs to the bedroom. I quite like the bedroom. It's quite simple. A lot of this house is quite simply decorated. Because I like the idea of making the clutter and not filling it with decorated clutter. In a way. I want to fill it with my stuff, not decorations. I want it with my books and my DVDs and my absolute crap, my mugs everywhere. My tea. My ramen noodles, as you'll see. I did that as a joke. Pretty much. The whole point of that was to be a joke. You'll see it in a sec. If any of you have seen it on Twitter, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. But yes. I liked the shelf going along the bottom there. I thought it made a nice bedside table, so to speak. I've kind of got one of those things going on in my room, except it acts as a headboard rather than a bedside table. But I kind of use it as a bedside table anyway because it's like a thick headboard that runs along the entirety of my room. And then I stuck those shelves around there in a way. And I stuck a load of paintings and artwork in because I would absolutely love to have loads and loads of like art prints, comic book pages, all that kind of stuff up in my rooms. In my house, I should say. That would just be great to me. So yeah. And then we start on the kitchen. It's quite a small kitchen, which means that I have to clean it up more often than not, which is important. The smaller the house is, the easier it gets untidy, so the more I'd have to tidy it up. That's my thought process. Need to make sure I keep on top of things. My room is actually somewhat tidy right now, which is impressive to me, because for the first 6 months here, it probably wasn't, but I'm getting better. Slowly but surely. Anyway, this kitchen's pretty simple. Got a coffee maker, microwave. Microwave is very important. Very important indeed, especially as a teenager. Not teenager. Right now as a uni student. I'm not. Next year I'm going to be 20. It's scaring me. Next year I'm going to be 20 and I won't be called a teenager anymore and I can no longer call myself a child. Which will be scary. And then here's the ramen crates. Which was kind of a joke. But kind of true at the same time. I don't know. I would like to be able to cook better food. Although, to be honest, I'm getting better. I had a really nice dinner today, even though it was made with a kettle. And only the kettle. But I made it from scratch myself. So technically it was still me cooking. And then I used this tapestry as a little wall divider. And that is pretty much it for the house, I would say. Apart from just a few bits of added artwork that I just added up there to make the room look better. And we're into the shots. There isn't any outside shots because this is just a generic apartment. It would fit into any apartment block and still be my dream apartment. But yeah, there's not very many shots, so I will just say thank you for watching this. If you liked it, then definitely hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.